So after understanding the values of others and after appreciating the values of others, it is important for every community member to form their own cultural pattern. They can just think about what is good and where it is good, and then have a formation of their own cultural pattern. So that means the society forms its own cultural pattern. It is not forced by anybody. Maybe we have so many examples of cultural patterns in front of us. We also try to understand those cultural patterns, and if we can't understand them, we can also look for guidance to understand those cultural patterns. Apart from that, when we understand them, we appreciate them, we accept them, still, it is not necessary for us to adopt those cultural patterns. After interpreting, after understanding, after accepting, still we have the margin of having our own cultural pattern formed. So basically, how are the cultural patterns formed? They are based on your beliefs. So if a teacher believes that she needs to treat all the children equally in the classroom, then her cultural pattern will be formed that she will take care of each and every child in the classroom and treat them equally. Values. If the teacher believes that whatever she values will be also respected by the students in her class, that means that she would try to be a role model for everyone in the classroom by respecting others, by taking care of people who are younger to her, by doing her duty gracefully, and by setting up a role model which the students would like to look up to and follow. So that means the cultural pattern of this teacher who believes in showing good values is the exhibition of a good moral conduct to be a role model for the students. Norms, attitudes, and customs. Everybody needs to accept the people's customs, norms, and attitudes. They do not need to criticize all these. They are not bound to appreciate them, but it is good to appreciate and respect other people's norms, attitudes, and customs. This does not mean that he or she should be following that, or he or she should become a part of those customs or attitudes and norms. But the best thing to do is to find out, to understand why a certain community is adopting these customs and norms and attitudes. Find out the reason behind that, appreciate the reason, respect that, do not make a rejection to it in the form of showing an insult towards that particular community. Rather, by giving respect to every member of the other community and by giving respect to the norms, it will be better for us to compare and evaluate how can we become better people by adopting those customs and those attitudes which are going to help us develop our nation and our personalities and our communities and our families as a whole, and how to become a role model for the people who are going to follow us. So, relating this example to the school and the school and the teacher, they all have a big responsibility to show that they do respect other cultures, they do respect people having customs from other cultures which are different to theirs, but at the same time, they know their own culture and their customs, and they are striving to make it a better community.